5:54 p.m. Wednesday, September 2nd, 2020, episode number 816 of Yeah Dude. My name is Jonathan, and this is Seth. Hello, Seth.
Jonathan, I get this. Watch this dramatic spin into you.
It's nice.
Good to see you. Episode number...
Hi, Mies.
816. Hello, Mizu. Thank you for joining us. Can you handle this laughter?
You prepared for laughter? I don't know. You're going to probably run away at some point.
Yeah, dude. America through the eyes of two American Americans.
You'll have to catch your breath at some point, and you'll have to leave the room.
Before we bend time.
Again.
Rebend time, space to 2015. So get your head right. 5 years ago. Wow. Feels like 5 years. Is that yesterday or is that 20 years ago? Yeah. We were talking about full moons. We always like to, we're part of the land. We like to. I had a conversation with someone who understands, let's just say,
the cosmos,
the tides, the ebb and the flow, the sand. That corn moon, a harvest moon, I try to write it down. It's a little... That corn moon was not a harvest moon. A harvest moon. A harvest moon, when the full moon, closest to the autumnal equinox, known as the harvest moon, when it happens in October, so the harvest moon actually is happening October 1st.
Okay.
It doubles back, and it makes that September moon a corn moon. Because we're going to have...
The following September?
No, that was just a straight up corn moon.
I think that corn moon is tonight, is it not?
Oh, wow. Is it the 2nd? Yes.
So the deal with this is, the only reason I know this is because I now do a online Zoom women's meditation group.
Of course.
And
finally.
I missed last week, or 2 weeks ago. We do new moons and full moons.
As you should.
And so
cycles.
I have to try to get these shows finished because I'm supposed to be basically lying down naked at 8 o'clock.
Surrounded by water, on cam, of course.
Supposed to be nude on cam, this is not going to happen. You're going to make me miss this.
Damn it!
My female shaman is going to be bummed, to say the least. So that's why I was told it was today. So explain to me again, though. So this is a corn moon that we're about to have.
We're having a corn moon. Our harvest moon will be October 1. That's a Thursday.
You're saying a corn moon happens prior to the harvest moon?
I don't know what I was saying. This woman was saying a lot. I was trying to keep up.
Okay.
There's a lot going on. The old farmer's almanac.
Needless to say.
Native Americans, life as we know it.
Yes.
I will tell you, though, that on TLC, back in January of 2015, I sat down and I watched a special.
On Total Request Live?
On Total Request Live.
Oh, no, on the Learning Channel. Yes. Sorry, my bad.
My husband's not gay.
My husband is not gay.
My husband is not gay. Let's follow 4 openly gay Mormon men who are married to women. The men claim that they do not act on their same-sex attraction.
Despite the fact that they are gay.
Jonathan, in this spectrum, whatever.
So they identify as gay.
They love dicks.
But not enough to actually...
Not enough to go against...
God.
Biblical tenets. Tenet?
The movie?
The movie? Closest is Laughlin, Nevada. We're driving to Laughlin, Nevada to go see Tenet.
Take us about, 2.5, 3 hours?
253 miles. You and I could be at Tenet tonight.
That's going to take us
that full moon.
3.5, 4 hours. We're going to need that full moon to guide us into Laughlin.
What happened?
When I drive off the road, I'm fucking exhausted.
It's on my iPad as I'm watching this special and showing you it. Now listen. These men, they do not want to upset Mormon doctrine. One gentleman, I've chosen an alternative to an alternative lifestyle. Yeah, that's one. Yes, you have.
I mean, seems like a pretty nice way to put it all.
Chose an alternative to an alternative lifestyle. one wife. You know, I get a little defensive when somebody calls my husband gay. Hey, that's my husband you're talking about.
That's my gay husband.
That's my gay mate.
I mean, I'll call him.
Listen,
I can call him.
I can
gay.
call him
You
that.
just keep your mouth shut.
You watch your mouth, and you cook for these 13 kids.
So, did you?
Did we
I
learn
don't
anything?
understand. Did people? So these are men who identify
These men
as homosexuals.
to live out loud, to be themselves and live their truest selves. They would love to be poolside,
White party.
white party, enjoying themselves, Palm Springs, poppers, anything goes.
But it goes
But
against.
against this doctrine that they are so committed to,
and they believe in.
so wholeheartedly that they
So
have
wholeheartedly.
married women, and they are in it to win it. Married to the end, till death do us part.
These women are married to men who are not attracted to them.
I do not believe most of the homosexual men I know do not love to have sex with women. It's not their number one thing. I don't know if they made a list. It could be number 3. It could be 6.
36.
I know it's not number 1.
Probably not number one.
Not number 1.
But they have children with these women.
It's a fluid situation. Again, the spectrum.
They have 13 children with these women that they're not
13
attracted
kids.
to.
Beautiful, quiverful children.
God-fearing.
Oh, man. I get a little offensive, you know.
Look, a little defensive.
I get a little offensive and a little defensive when my husband's in a truck with a man doing things and someone comes up and makes accusations.
Gay acts.
Gay acts.
Gay accusations.
I believe I was reading the Los Angeles Times, a woman by the name of Susan Shapiro. She wrote a hard-hitting piece called The Dark Side of Marijuana.
Meaning, yeah.
As the number of states continue to decriminalize pot, don't lose sight of what harm this weed can do. In 2014, our country went cannabis crazy. More and more states decriminalizing the pot. Colorado opened boutiques selling Mountain High suckers in grape and butterscotch flavors, and they posted signs that proclaim the state as where prohibition ends and the fun begins. I worry that user-friendly laws in such recent glorifications could have an adverse effect on young people. This message about getting stoned and it being cool, no, that's not the case. I know the dark side. Are you ready?
Of the moon.
Oh, I love that. When you get mad high.
They get mad stoned and listen to it.
Oh, no, wait a minute. Okay, hold on. I'm ambivalent about legalizing this marijuana because I was addicted to it for 27 years. After starting to smoke weed at a Bob Dylan concert when I was 13,
Stop talking, lady.
No.
You live the dream.
Absolute dream.
And everything else is your fault.
Oh, I was a pre-tween getting high watching Dylan. He went electric. It was madness.
Before he went electric.
It
but
went
then
madness.
he went electric, at the show.
He did it during the show. I was there, high on marijuana. Wow, Mom. Awesome.
Now look at me, writing for this newspaper.
Now listen to me. I thought that, it got to a point where I bought pot in bad neighborhoods at 3 a.m. I confronted a dealer for selling me a dime bag of oregano. I let shady pushers I hardly knew deliver the marijuana like pizza right to my home.
This is in the
This is in the newspaper. This is in the publication. Oh, let me tell you something. Back when Willie Nelson, Cheech and Chong, I guess this was a simpler time, Fast Times at Ridgemont High and Spicoli, it made getting high seem kooky and harmless. My reality was much closer to Walter White's self-destruction from meth on the TV show Breaking Bad. What's this weed you're smoking?
This might not be weed.
Good weed!
Lady, you might not have gotten weed.
You were injecting
the Bob Dylan
crystal methamphetamine.
The Bob Dylan
Oh,
show.
is that what I was?
I think that was pot, but
Well,
everything else you've talked
They
about
told me
since
that the
then-
new way to smoke grass was injecting the
snort
blue
powder.
into the vein. Oh, I'm sorry. There's in the delusional nightmares that we saw in the film Requiem for a Dream.
This sounds like a...
Wow!
I think it was laced, lady.
Laced grass!
It sounds like a...
Did you read Susan Shapiro's memoir, Laced Grass? It's a #1 New York Times bestseller.
I was addicted to laced grass.
Wow!
I smoked PCP for 30 years and thought it was
For 27 years, I injected PCP into the veins in my feet. I thought I was smoking grass.
Well, I mean, the true concern with the... I mean, I don't think it's any more of a concern now that it's decriminalized than it was prior, other than its proximity or the ease in which one could get their hands on it. But people that suffer from schizophrenia or other types of mental illness that it seems that psychoactive substances such as marijuana can trigger episodes.
Mania.
And that should be something that should be closely monitored. I don't think that it being legal changes anything about children and their exposure to it, because I mean, when I grew up, it was just, it wouldn't have mattered if it was legal or not. We wouldn't have been legally allowed to buy it at that age, and we would have done whatever we could to get it, period. No apology.
It was so much better illegal. Oof.
I mean, it was...
Outlaw spirit.
It was a
Who
treat.
wants to do shit that's legal, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, that's the only thing, is that it could maybe, if anything, it might dissuade some kids who are like, no, I'm only I only want to do ratchet shit.
Yeah, do you want to go
like,
to the store and
this
buy
isn't
weed?
ratchet because, like, my dad, gave me this. Like, I'm not smoking this.
So I can get, like, a Dr. Pepper in the fridge that's in there and the weed? Fuck it. No. Oh, man.
So.
What do we have here? Imagine the following scenario. A woman and a man are having a conversation. She is interested in the conversation and is friendly, smiling, and warm. I'm sorry. I can't. I might have to get up.
Get your reader?
I might have to get my readers on. Excuse me.
You want me to read it?
Yeah.
For you?
Thank you.
I haven't read anything in 4 months.
And the men go up downtown.
Oh, this is tiny.
Oh, it's okay.
So you don't feel bad about this.
Okay.
This is hard to read. I have to. I don't even know where I can.
You want
put
my
this.
readers?
Maybe. Imagine the following scenario.
Okay.
A man and a woman are having a conversation. She is interested in the conversation, and she is friendly, smiling, and warm. He interprets her behavior as being sexual interest. Or maybe a man is sexually attracted to a woman he has just met and signals this in various ways. She thinks that she is just being friendly. Do you recognize this situation? If so, you're not alone. In a recent study, women reported that men often misinterpret their signals of friendliness as sexual interest. Conversely, the men in the study reported that women often misinterpret their signals of sexual interest as friendliness.
Amazing. So good. So good.
The results are no surprise, seen from an evolutionary perspective. In most areas of psychology, there is little to no difference between genders' mental capacity, intellectual achievements, food preferences. Men and women are all more or less the same, but when it comes to reproduction and challenges related to finding a sexual partner, there are suddenly differences to be found. A man's ability to reproduce is all about seizing every opportunity. He has to spend time. He has to spend both money and time on courtship, which still may not lead to sex, but it costs even more to not try because then he won't be able to reproduce. Quote, a man's reproductive fitness, meaning the amount of offspring he produces, is dependent on how many women he is able to make pregnant. But that's not how it works.
What's your reproductive fitness?
It's not how it works for women.
I'm in amazing shape.
A woman can have sex with multiple men over a short period of time without producing any more children. So for men, it's a low-risk, potentially high-reward situation for men to have sex with women whenever the opportunity presents itself.
Which apparently is
rare.
Rare, but to them,
On the other hand, the cost is potentially great for a woman if she thinks that a man is more sexually interested than she is. A woman risks pregnancy, birth, nursing, and raising the child, as well as lost opportunities to reproduce with others. Across thousands of generations, women's psychology has evolved to set the bar higher, which means that they need much clearer signals than men before they consider sex.
Okay.
Even though these processes aren't conscious, we can still empirically measure the
evolutionary.
results.
I mean, that's what you can say. You know, when you're at the newsstand and the woman like, excuse me, she moved out of the way so you could grab that People magazine. So that must mean that you want to fuck. Excuse me, when I reached for that magazine, I saw that you moved out of the way for me to grab it. Hence, we shall fuck. Is that what that meant? No.
The fucking shall commence
The
soon?
fucking shall commence later at your place, because when I reached for the magazine, your body moved 3 inches so I could grab the magazine. That means we fuck? No? Okay. Next.
I seem to have misinterpreted your signals.
Me dear, me bad. I shall now
me bad, me lady.
I shall now go misinterpret in the Starbucks.
Me bad, my lady.
Yes, the way I went to grab my venti and you moved out of the way 3 inches, the same as at the newsstand. Does that mean you want to fuck?
It would seem as though I've misinterpreted
Now, when you said venti drip for Seth, was that an invitation to fuck?
Well, what about a situation where a woman is giving off
Ooh, I like it how you twist it.
signals
Sensual
that she
signals.
does want to have sex, and the male doesn't pick up on that?
He's just like,
So caught, so off
he's
guard,
just so yelling.
so unaware. Does that happen?
I know. No.
I was like trying to fuck him, and he like didn't.
He just
wouldn't get it.
Yeah, he just wouldn't get it. It was like so crazy. I said to him, it's like amazing. Like when I moved my hand out of the way, it was actually wanted to reach down and grab your dick.
ass.
Ooh, what? Friends, let's be friends.
That we're friends.
It's tough. It's evolutionary though. It's very difficult.
Yeah, thousands of years.
Millions, millennia.
Make these imprints on us.
Man and woman. You know, that was what we're in like February.
That was
beginning
Feb of 2015.
We're rolling in here. I was reading Jefferson Graham writes for USA Today. He's talking tech. He was talking about the highlights of his career.
In the time between this and now,
In the 5 years since we first read
do you think this has changed?
I think it's gotten
Don't
worse.
say that.
100%.
You don't think that there's more men now that are like, oh,
I get it.
Sometimes women could just be like normal and like just want to like chop it up with you about shit, like, or are they still just like so fixated on
Tunnel
like
vision, one thing.
only?
Yeah.
Ain't got time for this.
Are we talking?
Are we talking? Does that mean I don't know what this means?
So we are fucking later? What does this mean?
What is this?
So this small talk, what does it mean? You're smiling, not frowning.
So that's
Your body has not been removed from said situation, hence fucking. Again, I'm always off.
I'm
rarely on.
My sniffer's a little
Always off.
little off.
Good day to you, me lady.
Good day, me
Let me
lady.
try again. We're at this place.
Yeah.
Yeah, you put your so if you put your number in do you have a Rite Aid?
Yeah, type your phone number in.
Oh, what? You want my number?
Oh, you want my phone number?
Yeah, put your number
So
in.
you can fuck me?
Oh, you must want my number later so you can call me so we can fuck. Sir, just put your number in and...
You get a discount.
Again, my bad. Sniffer.
My bad.
It's
My
off.
lady.
The mask. I'm all discombobulated. I mean, the mask done fucked it up. You think anything
You know
was
what I
twisted
was
in the right
thinking
way.
about with the mask today? I was in Rite Aid, and me and the cashier like saw each other from across
Made eye
the
contact?
store. And there's like a new thing that people do, myself included, in order to like normally I'd like look at her and I'd give a pleasant smirk. But a pleasant smirk doesn't translate. So
What do
there's
you
like
do
a
now?
new like eye smile thing that people do where they're
You
like
a smize?
like-
Go big?
and
Shock.
so I was just thinking about like what that
Wow. So
maybe
you're
looks
just
like without a mask on. Like,
That's why I got my Botox in here because this is my canvas now.
well, but
So-
why would you get Botox in it? Then it doesn't move. It doesn't read, so no one can tell what the hell you're
'Cause
thinking at any
I
time.
walk in like eyes ablazed, still looking at everybody. Hello.
But yeah, there's like it's like you can tell Like if I can get my mask to my cheeks to lift my mask, you know that I'm smiling.
So he's smiling.
But like,
yeah, I think. You okay, sir?
Straining, maybe.
So the Pepto's that aisle.
Straining.
Oh, the Pepto's this aisle? It look like we gonna fuck. No? Again.
As soon as this clears up, I guess we be fucking.
You know. I'll be giving you the digits pretty soon for the discount. Jefferson Graham. He was looking back at his fucking career. He's a fucking journalist talking tech. You know, finally I have an answer when folks ask me, what's your favorite interview of all time? I mean, Jefferson, you've been at this your whole life. You know, I've interviewed Steve Jobs, Jerry Seinfeld, Quincy Jones, Slash, Sergey Brin, Magic Johnson. The list goes on and on. I've interviewed the greats of all the fields. Well, now I have an answer. I sat down, I thought about it. It took place at Anaheim, California at the NAMM show, the meeting of musical instrumental manufacturers and dealers. I interviewed Jason Mraz, and he told me how he used a free app for composing songs. Wow. After about 45 minutes of Q&A, we finished up by picking up guitars and playing one of his most popular hits, I'm Yours. How's that for an all-time memory? Jefferson? I got it.
Of all time.
I was in Anaheim at the NAMM show, playing I'm Yours with the Mraz. Probably the greatest morning night of my life.
My entire life. How's that?
How's that, everybody? I answered it.
My journalistic career wrapped up.
I answered it, Steve Jobs. Fuck you. I just played with the Mraz.
I just jammed with the Mraz. Is I'm Yours?
That's a good one.
I don't know.
It's catchy.
Is it? Because
no,
I don't know any song of his.
You don't want to.
Is his song the I'm giving my life always?
I don't know that song. It's definitely not him, but I like that one a lot. Should we just become songwriters? Should we just move to Nashville and become songwriters?
Living my life always, always. Well, who is that?
Absolutely no idea. Melodies got me lost.
What's the Jason Mraz song? Give me one Jason Mraz.
Can't.
One line.
I'm Yours.
Oh. And on the melody, and on the
absolutely not. Don't know what that one is, but I know it goes like that because you know how to make me know what it is, but I don't know. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. I got all episodes of Work It. Somebody went. They took it. They took it to New Zealand. They got me. They don't know how I'm gonna watch it because it's on DVD. It can't play. Anywhere. It's not compatible to play anywhere. But I have 2 discs, all 13 episodes.
What is the show again?
That was the show where the 2 gentlemen are fired because they were working on that Pontiac Firebird. They got fired from the manufacturing plant, so they went to work at Carico Pharmaceuticals, but they have to dress up like women.
Bosom buddies.
It got canceled after 2
starring
episodes.
Whom? No one.
There was two clowns. I got all 13 eps staring at me. Don't know how I'm going to watch it, but somebody went deep. Just like they got my Joeys for me. They took it overseas.
Russian server.
Whoo!
Work It's a hit in other countries.
Oh, Work It is like the Friends of Estonia. People who carry a particular gene variant may be more likely to develop an addiction to tanning.
That means like flares? Like flare genes.
Tanning?
Well, no, you said a gene variant, so I'm thinking
okay, I'm sorry, bootcut.
like a bootcut gene.
Like a Kobe teeth.
More prone to tanning.
So yeah, if you were to walk the aisles of a tanning salon, it would be a lot of bootcut jeans.
A lot more space.
In the hallway.
A lot more clearance downstairs.
Yeah, like a Papa, like a Papa John. Papa John's got to get a base, yo.
Okay, so this is genetic predisposition
the idea
to
that
what?
Ultraviolet light can be addictive, whether from the sun or from a tanning bed. This is new research. But it all shows that biological evidence is pointing that some people develop a dependence on UV radiation, just like they become dependent on drugs. It's probably a very small percentage, Jonathan, of people that become dependent.
We are all dependent. It's the sun.
It gives us
the
life.
whole fucking thing is dependent on it.
The whole kit and caboodle. Can't lock yourself in. You got to get natural D. I'm addicted. Why? Because of my jeans.
Because of these fucking jeans.
Look
Look at how much
these
clearance there is down here.
jeans. God, in the 70s, man, with the bell bombs, people must have been out in the fucking sun. That's probably how Earth Day started.
Totally.
1970s, everybody was out.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm addicted.
It's just like a remedy, and I'm fucking and I'm fucking liaison.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Who is it?
Train, don't know. But I'm with you. You gave me the thing. I'm right there with you. I got it.
It's not Mraz.
It could be Mraz. You know I'm a Raz head. You know that.
You know I'm a Raz.
I'm a Raz head. Don't worry. That's a good one. I'm going to play that at my wedding. Come down the aisle. You really want to get the crowd into it.
Yeah, with a rap.
With the fucking... Oh, you got to do a choreograph like rap.
You got to do a little rap.
You got to do a little bit.
And it's a vanity, and it's a vanity, and
then I
it's
get
a liaison.
Oh, yeah.
I can't.
There is like...
Fuck.
Can you sing that into an app? And then we'll tell you, just do the melody? Is there a melody app?
The Shazam, there's another... Remember that before there was just Shazam, there was another one that was... Basically, like, people were using it just as much as Shazam. And I believe that one...
That one had the capability.
You could hum...
To mumble that bullshit.
Can you mumble...
Can I mumble bullshit and find out what the song is?
Into...
We just need to... Can you think of any of the lyrics of that song? Then we could type the lyrics in and it would give us the song.
Soundhound. You could hum into it.
Does that still exist? That's still around?
Who knows? Let's find out.
Chowhound? Soundhound.
Yay.
I got my systems crossed though, because I got all my songs in my head now. All my fucking pop songs.
Fine, let's play songs with lyrics. I'm downloading right now.
All right. Research published in the journal Atmospheric Environment has found that drivers are exposed to dangerously high levels of air pollutants when they're stopped at red lights. So if you're at a red light, you're just sitting there. I don't think it matters windows up or windows down. You're essentially just being exposed.
How can that not matter? Oh, I guess because it just pulls it in through the...
Yeah, maybe the car is helping
matter.
get it right into your system, right into you. Which is nice to think. You know? You're finding your station so you can find that song. Go into fucking... What's my Pandora? It's just that fucking... Whatever artist that is, it's that catalog. It's so tough because if you just get a lyric...
Well, there is he says liaison, a dangerous liaison.
Ooh, does he?
I think so.
I like that.
And then there's something about like the fucking on the remedy, like
remedy. Do remedy dangerous liaison, and you're gonna get it.
Well, wait. I want to see if I can hum it. So
you definitely can't hum it.
Well, I'm just gonna try.
Okay, but
I could hum the chorus. The I'm gonna live in my life always, always.
It's a dangerous liaison.
Don't tell me though.
I won't, but
I gotta see if this app works.
I'm just
It's
gonna.
a dangerous liaison. I think that's what he says.
He should. That's what he should be saying.
I'm not the fucking. I'm on the remedy. I think it's remedy. Dangerous liaison should give it to you.
Oh my god.
Am I right?
Oh my god, artist Jason Mraz.
No. Am I right?
This is a dangerous liaison.
Yeah.
That's what they should have said. Now, if Jefferson Graham had sang that song with him.
Well, what's that song called? Dangerous Liaison?
This is called Dangerous Liaisons. It's from the film. Let me see what we got here. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. No, this isn't. This is it, right? Let me make sure here. The song is called "The Remedy"
Oh, right.
by Jason Mraz.
There you go. Hold on a second. So let me try this.
Okay.
I'm living my life always, yeah. Tap the button when you're done for a faster when you're done doing this.
Oh my God. So good. What do you think about this? USA Today, get my newspaper. Welcome to the age of answers. Imagine an age where the predictability of science and the wisdom of religion combine for spiritual technology. A Scientology full-page ad in my USA Today.
From 2015?
February of 2015. And the infiltration began. What do you think? You know? I'm minding my own business. I'm trying to find out what's going on in the fucking world. What are you going to do? That was at the time it was a fateful day that I was driving on Melrose Avenue. I was parked at Crescent Heights. I looked over at Moe's Flowers and I saw Beyonce. And I made a move. At the time, we were worried that I could have regretted.
I don't think you were worried. I think I was
not worried. I saw
Moe's
Beyonce.
Flowers on Melrose and Crescent?
No longer there. It was there. But in March of 2015, when I looked over and I said, is that Beyonce? Well, let me turn my car around, get the car up into Moe's Flowers, and take a closer look. Why, yes, it is Beyonce. Okay, interesting. Bodyguards standing about.
Was she in Moe's?
She was in Moe's. She was right up at the exit entrance. So I was close enough to just
the front entrance where it was always, because it was always open.
Yes, to have that moment where she was breathing in the fragrances.
It's a wonderful flower store, and it's sad that it's gone. I'm sad that it's gone.
But I have double memories.
But you have, a compounding.
Bouquet of fragrances and a visual treat, a gift I gave myself.
Yeah.
Was almost taken down, to be honest with you.
By one of the bodyguards.
By a couple of the bodyguards.
Yeah, I would have.
Because very quickly they saw the Sundance make that U-turn.
The restraint that they showed in that situation, I can't say that if I was in that situation,
that you would have,
I would have allowed you to get as close as you did. I may have gunned you down in the street.
Legally, you probably could have.
Oh, definitely.
Legally.
I mean,
easy.
I knew that when you told me the story the first time.
Like, the second I
You would have been like, look at this guy. He flips a U in this car, and then he comes charging towards us. I shot him dead, cold dead in the street.
He never got out of the car. He was like, Bien. He got to Bien. He's done. He's out. She would go on with her life, take her flowers back to her family. And here we are. Breck Basinger, one of my favorite actresses. She starred as Bella in Bella and the Bulldogs.
This is Kim Basinger's daughter?
This is Kim Basinger's long-lost daughter. You might know her now from the DC universe as Stargirl. Season 2 will be on the CW.
I don't know that.
Yes, having a wonderful career.
Good for her.
She's now 21 years old.
You're a fan of Stargirl as well?
Love her.
You've seen all the Stargirls?
It was in February of 2015. We were on her Instagram where she told us simply said, and I can relate to this, and I think you can too. Jesus in the heart, acting in the soul. Texas is the home, Cali is the goal. What's up? Put that on a fucking hoodie and let me rock it.
Shit is hard.
It's hard as fuck. Ice cold fucking statement. Let me give it to you one more time in case you didn't get it. Jesus in the heart, acting in the soul, Texas is the home, and Cali is the goal. Tattooed on both arms. Whole thing. Oh my God. April 2015, Harper's Index. Percentage of Americans who believe that houses can be haunted by ghosts.
44%.
Wow, that was fucking super. 54%, which is more than half. So more than if you got two people, they would say, yeah, I believe that can happen. And you'd say, no, I asked you if you believe that the house could be haunted by a ghost.
I heard you.
And they were like, no, I heard you. Yeah.
How many people do you think believe that they've lived in a haunted house?
44%.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought the question was. That's the answer that I was giving.
That's a hefty number, wouldn't you say?
54%?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look at... These are the types of things that we should have known then would mean that we would be where we are now.
In terms of...
As far as people being able to conceive and believe of insane things. Well, if 60% of everyone thinks that houses are haunted, then of course fucking 40 or 30% you can convince that, you know, Hillary Clinton drinks fucking baby's blood.
Where we go one, we go all. Well, duh. My fucking house is haunted. Q lives in the attic.
This is the one he jammed with him?
What's a better wedding song?
Huh?
This is it, right? This is what you walk down the aisle to.
Well, but you...
Oh, you get the crowd going with the remedy. With the remedy, because it's a dangerous liaison. And that's how you met.
That's how you met. Exactly.
Sexually.
It's sort of a retrospective.
Oh, God.
And then as she starts to come down the aisle, transitions into I'm yours.
The crowd's looking back. Everyone, all the men have fedoras on.
And then it probably fades out before the end of it. You do vows, and then the biggest chorus of the song comes back up after you guys have kissed I'm yours, you know.
And then the officiant peels off a mask, and it is the Mraz.
Rips off.
Your wife pulls off her mask, and it's the Mraz. And you're marrying Jason Mraz. You're in Santa Barbara, and you just married, you're Mr. Mraz. Yeah. It's like, that's what I'm dreaming.
I mean, you know who's catering that bad boy?
Who's catering that?
That fucking Gratitude.
Cafe Gratitude.
Everyone's got soul bowls.
Oh my God, soul bowls for everyone. You're Mr. Mraz.
Everyone farting away. Soul bowling.
It was April. I rolled over to we used to call it Man's Chinese Theater. I don't know what the fuck they call it now.
Multiplex.
TCL.
The Hollywood Multiplex.
Laser is here. IMAX with laser, the science of cinema raised to the level of magic. It's now available at the TCL Chinese Theater in Hollywood, California. It's a 96-foot wide...
What does TCL stand for?
I don't know. It's some sort of... I believe it's a...
Conglomerate?
Conglomerate. An Asian corporate conglomerate.
Got it.
It's a 96-foot 4K widescreen, 12-channel surround sound. Swim in endless colors. Discover bottomless blacks. Bask in solar brightness. Revel in soul-stirring sound. And then in April of 2015, walk in and watch Furious 7.
On that screen?
That's how they unveiled it.
You remember this?
I remember the 4 minutes I watched before I walked out. Can I tell you the Fast saga?
Yeah.
Fast and the Furious, 2001. Too Fast, Too Furious, 2003.
I believe I jumped on at Too Fast.
Yeah, we were there.
But I believe this is where I enter
the
franchise.
Saga. Oh, he's here. He's entered the saga. You didn't see the first one? He didn't need to. He'll double back later. Has he still not seen it? No. He'll get there. 2006,
Which one is Michelle Rodriguez in?
Michelle Rodriguez is the saga. The new one is just called Rodriguez. Fast 30, Rodriguez. The Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift was 2006. 2009 brought us Fast and Furious. 2011 brought us Fast 5. 2013 brought us Fast and Furious 6. 2015 brought us Furious 7. 2017 brought us The Fate of the Furious. In 2021, we'll be getting F9. And then a 10th installment is to be determined. We also had 2019's Fast and Furious Presents Hobbs and Shaw.
Who was Hobbs and Shaw?
Hobbs and Shaw, wasn't that The Rock and Statham?
Yes.
Is that them?
Yes.
A couple of fucking bald bros doing it right.
Couple of blokes.
Couple of bald blokes doing it right. With muscle and grit. Hobbs and Shaw. Hashtag 2 bald blokes.
So
that's a lot. But I got in there. I watched a few minutes of it. Probably looked great. How could it not? I was reveling in sound and fury. We're talking a lot. We could go to the movies. You got to see what's hot, what's not. That was 5 years ago. What do we got now? Got 5K yet? Got 5G?
But it's so much effort to go and see 4 minutes of that and then leave, bro. Like, it took me back then even a lot to just go see a movie. But once I got there, I'll be damned if I'm fucking leaving.
Oh, I ain't leaving. I'm not leaving this theater.
I'm like, here.
I'm watching it again. Then I'm napping and I'm watching it again.
Took me 2 hours to fucking get here.
Saw it twice, napped, saw it a third time.
You go park, do all the bullshit, buy the shit, go in there, 4 minutes, you're back out, getting back in the car? Come on, man. That's weird. It's weirdo shit.
That's some weirdo shit.
That's weirdo shit, bro.
Let me tell you something. I hope this
just to lay eyes on that screen, to see those bottomless blacks.
I wanted to see those heads fucking glistening on that screen.
I can appreciate that.
I don't want to scare you. This is from Tech and Science. Aliens, if they exist, which they do, are likely enormous. Was that your lady letting you know that it was almost time to?
It's time to start
lowering my pre-bathing,
lowering my heart rate,
bring your BP down.
Yeah,
because you'll be laying in the ocean momentarily if Seth gets you the fuck out of there.
That is my digital doorbell.
Tell me more.
Motion sensor. That's letting me know that someone's breaking into the front of my house.
Someone's going in there and taking things. Good. Leaving things? No.
Every time one of my guitar pedals or keyboards leaves the threshold of the front
leaves
door,
my life,
it does a little.
Angel does a dope little riff.
Angel ring. Angel riff.
That's my angel riff Stratocaster. Listen. The conclusion of this paper.
What paper?
This cosmologist and his team worked on for years estimates that the average weight of extraterrestrial, of this enormous, the average would be 650 pounds or more. That's fucking huge. You know, you always see them in little grays, like little skinny little wimpy, like tween grays. No, dog. This is 900 pounds of raw fucking.
Well, that's what they said about fucking, fucking goddamn blues. The blues.
Oh, they said that about the blues? Said they were tiny, but they're big?
No, they said the fucking. What the fuck is wrong with me, man? Stupid movie.
Oh!
Avatars are fucking huge, right? Didn't they say they're like 700-800 pounds?
I mean, Neytiri weighs about 750 pounds. Depends on what solar system you have to.
So, yeah, that's what I was going to ask about these. This is in Earth weight?
This is in Hollywood. This is in front of the Chinese
on
theater.
Larchmont.
Like literally at Baby Cakes, getting a vegan donut at Baby Cakes, clocking it at about 810 pounds.
And then height, does it say?
Let me see about height. No, we're only, so that would be, is it 17 feet tall? What if it's 3 feet tall, 900 pounds? That would be scary as fuck.
Yeah.
If it came in, it had, the legs could make it move quick, but it was only 4 feet tall, but weighed 900 pounds.
You're very dense.
Oh my God, it would take up the whole street. Where do you park? They already got rid of all the parking to allow for like outdoor dining. Where the fuck is this guy gonna go? Excuse me. Oh, get out of the way. It's Kleeglerk. Get out of the way for Kleeglerk. He's wide as fuck.
And dense.
Dense as shit. But he moves quick.
Those little legs really.
He really works. He works the sled. He really he does a lot of fucking.
Yeah, I mean, I would think that.
Listen, they're using.
What is the? Yeah, I was just gonna say, what is the logic behind this?
What is the argument? Excuse me. It's relying on mathematical logic and models, assuming that organisms of other planets they need to conserve energy here on Earth, of course. I don't know, So they'll need more resources to expend this energy. For example, there's a lot of small ants, but there's far fewer whales or elephants. So I don't know what that means. There's a lot of so there's more ants than elephants. I guess that makes because it's always like when you see an ant, you see 30. If you saw 30 elephants, you'd be get out.
More ants than elephants.
Yeah, I mean I've seen 60 ants like this week where I went around this fucking apartment. I haven't seen an elephant. So I went to the zoo like my birthday 3 years ago. So logically,
yeah.
Think about it. I mean, they had a movie called Ants, A-N-T-Z. They didn't make elephants, E-L-E-P-H-A-N-T-Z. But if you'd like that, you can have it, Pixar. Thank you. Did you see elephants?
Elephants.
It's amazing. I'm just saying, be fucking careful. This was in Newsweek in April 2015.
But they're saying the bigger they are, the fewer of them there will be.
The bigger they are, the quicker their legs are.
Their little legs.
Their tiny legs.
Little for them, not little.
Oh yeah, don't say that. If you say that to them,
they get so mad,
so angry. You body shame, Click Clark? Done. You have to just be like, yeah. I mean, you're dense. You're dense. And like, I mean, dense, like thick. Like D-E-N-S-S-S. Dense. Girl, you dense. Yeets are dense. And the legs, the way they move.
Quick.
How do you move so quick?
So quick, so thick.
How'd you you're so fit, you cross the street so fast at 830 pounds, 4 feet tall. You gotta be careful. It was in May of this year, just an update. I was on my tick and my talk. I was keeping an eye on Charlie D'Amelio. Number one, I wanted to celebrate her, first of all, her talent.
This is before she
This
departed?
was in May of 2020.
Was she still part of like the
No,
Get Fresh crew?
She was not. She left the Get Fresh crew, but she was like, "Listen, I'm my own woman. I'm a 16-year-old woman, and I'm gonna make my TikToks." She was this was in May of 2020. She had 58 million followers on TikTok. Now it's September. She's at 82.
Wow.
So 68, 78. That's 70, that's 68, 78. What's that? 24 million people in June, July, August, in 3 months. That's fucking amazing. In 3 months.
It's really wild.
So, I mean, she's number one at 82. I bring this up because when she hits 100, that party, that video, when she's drinking that Dunkin', thanking us, me. Thanks, guys. She's talking to me. Guys with a Z. Thanks, guys. I hit 100. And I'll be like, what do I get? She'll be like, you get absolutely fucking nothing. But I just signed this deal with Dunkin' for 60 million. Watch my vids. And I'll be like, okay. Do I get anything again? No, but thank you. Keep watching.
Keep watching.
You're 47. I'm 16. Totally illegal. Keep watching. It's fucking world, man.
That's so many people.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Earned every one of them. Fucking grit and talent.
Yes.
But to go from 58 to 82 over quarantine, she's
nice,
Bezos.
Good growth.
She's Bezos.
Charlie Bezos.
Charlie Bezos. Amazing.
She's my favorite TikToker.
Oh, I love God.
Do the Charlie Bezos.
Do the Charlie Bezos. That is incredible fucking.
That's big growth.
I mean, I guess people are home, right?
Yeah, that's got to be
and
part of it.
It's a great site, and the kids are on it, and just like there's no homework.
Wasn't it like going away? Wasn't it like, didn't it shut down or something?
I guess they tried to stop it, but like you can't stop this juggernaut.
You can stop the internet.
Can't stop the Bezos family, Charlie or Jeff.
Jeff Bezos.
Or Kim or Breck Basinger. You can't stop these families. God, that Mraz had me feeling it.
I mean, he's a true crooner.
I mean, could you imagine a Tuesday afternoon at NAMM in Anaheim? Double fedoras, guitars, and just like, no, listen, you've interviewed a lot of people. Quincy Jones and all those stupid Grammys. Jobs and all the old, like, changing the world.
Michael Jordan.
Jordan and all the dunking and the shooting. But when you sat down and you locked eyes and you became Mr. Mraz, it was number one.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. It's a peak moment.
Peak moment of my life.
Peak journalism.
Peak moment of that man's life. Do you think that the recording of that, he'll play that when he's like leaving this
earth? Like the last thing?
That last thing, lay it on his chest on a tape recorder and just play it. He went out with a huge smile and a double fedora. Man.
Double fedora.
He's got them both on. Jason sent him his.
He said, I don't need this.
I don't need it. You take it with you.
Take it with you, bro.
Wear them both.
You need this more than me right now.
You'll need it. I love you. I think.
I think I love you.
I think I love you. I went to Ray's in Stark at LACMA. It's the bar restaurant that's there.
Outdoor restaurant?
Yeah, the outdoor restaurant. You know, when you go, because Martin Reese, the water sommelier, was just hired. So I went in to talk TDS, you know, total dissolved solids. We went in to talk shop. I said, I heard you're one of the greats. I heard you're the world's greatest water sommelier. And he said, come down, sit with me.
Calm down, I'm full of shit.
Calm down. I'm full of shit. Sit with me. I mean, sit with me. It was there that he brought out a water flight. He presented it in front of me.
For how much money?
Oh, he didn't make me. I just showed
but
up.
how much would it cost me to get a water flight?
I think it was like a lot of money.
No,
it was like because he's literally the world's foremost water sommelier. They brought him in, and it was part of the. It was a huge thing.
Does he still work there?
I popped my head in him just like Marty, and so we talked shop. We just chopped it up.
Yeah, because he knew
I'm not there. I'm not near a fucking
fellow comrade.
Traveler.
Yeah.
Come on, let's talk water. It all starts with rain. That's what I said to him. He was like, it does. Jonathan, we started out with a Voss.
Who's we?
Me
A
and
Voss?
Marty.
Just a Voss?
Simple artesian well water, TDS 22. No big whoop.
What is total dissolved solids?
No big whoop! 22. I felt it. I definitely knew it. I knew it wasn't tap.
Could have told you.
Could have told you this is Voss. Maybe Fij. Don't matter to me. Bring it. Iskilde, which means cold spring in Danish. This is from a remote Highlands aquifer. And I knew. Because I was like, what are we working with here? 350? 500? He was like 426. Right there. Just gave me a little...
Just touch the back of your head?
Little scratch on the back of my head. He loved it. That's how he lets you know. He gives you a little scratch on the back of your head. You look up. Then he came in strong.
How big is this, each of these?
Enough!
Like...
Just a flight, just a taste, and a little bit more to savor.
But not like a shot.
Oh, no.
More than that.
No, enough to...
A couple of ounces?
Work in your system, because you really sit back.
Yeah,
You have to feel it when he gives you a little scratch.
So, Iskilde.
Iskilde.
I've had that.
Oh, my bad. Have you had Vichy Catalan?
No, I don't believe so.
From the hot springs, deep aquifers of Spain. What's the TDS on this? I said, Martin, I'm not going to lie to you. I've never experienced anything like this.
Could you even measure it?
Can I measure this?
It might be what is 1,000%?
He whispered, 3,000, baby. That's when we knew. That we'd gone to places that most people don't get to go to.
What does that mean?
Experiences total dissolved solids.
What does that mean?
Not quite sure. But I knew.
You could feel it.
The last one I knew, Vichy Catalan, I knew, is this from Catalan? Because I started speaking, it was Spanish, but it wasn't. It was like more Catalan.
Yeah.
Adios, Marty.
So Marty's no longer working there.
No one's working anywhere. And certainly to try to pull that shit 5 years ago, imagine trying to pull that now. Oh, half the people haven't paid rent last 6 months. Yeah, we're doing water flights over at the museum.
$85.
It's $85 for a sip of water. How's the world?
But I scratch you on the back of your head.
I give you
if you guess,
you know VDS or TDS.
If you guess any TDS correct.
But it's also VDS, victorious dissolved solids. That's how I know when I knew I was right.
I would be down to try some.
Listen, down to try anything.
I'll try anything.
Try anything once.
A couple of times.
You
usually.
heard? 3 times. Sometimes the second time you don't like it again, but
but in a different way.
3 strikes, you're out. 3rd time's a charm? I don't know. Just do it again. Close your eyes and do it again. See what happens. This is UhhYeahDude.
Yes, this is UhhYeahDude. I have a few minutes here before we have to quickly
Oh, yeah.
end
Of course. Yeah, what do you mean?
this episode, but I have a couple of minutes before we're up, and I want to say something that just, or we want to say something, whatever. Something that's been on my mind this past week, and I just need to address a sort of something that developed over the last week. We lost a listener. They didn't die. They're still living on this earth, but we lost a listener to as a result of essentially they felt as though that we had not fully weighed in or acknowledged some of the stuff that's going on in the world right now, and in this country in particular, with the abuse of power, the danger that people of color, trans people of color, are facing every day, both from citizens and from police. And the takeaway that this person had from, I can't remember what episode it was that we came back on. It was 800, I believe. We took a break after George Floyd was murdered. And then when we came back, I did say something about it. But, you know, the nature of this show has always been to try to focus up on the things that we talk about and not necessarily acknowledge the elephants in the room throughout the time that we've been doing this show. Obviously, this situation is a little bit different because it's more of a human rights issue than let's say, a political issue. However, this person's takeaway was somehow that we didn't acknowledge or didn't fully acknowledge what was happening in the world or where we stood on it in order to try to placate or hedge bets for an alleged, group of listeners of our show who would be offended by us weighing in on that and saying that we defend Black life, that we support the BLM movement, and that we, want justice to be served and for people to be prosecuted, especially cops, for killing people. But I can't do anything about what I said or how I said it or anything like that. But if for some reason there is some confusion as to where it is that Seth and I stand on this show about these things, or that we are somehow not addressing them, that in order to avoid dealing with it so as not to be off-putting to people who listen to this show, who possibly pay us $3 a month or something that are racist or something like that. I mean, I just want to be clear that if you are somehow racist, prejudiced against, people of color or trans people, by all means, please do not listen to the show. We don't want you to be part of this, and I'm not trying to kowtow to you, nor am I trying to kowtow to anybody else. But the thought that somehow, after all of these years and trying to hold myself accountable, and I think Seth doing the same thing, for the things that we say, and years go by and I still get called out for things that I said years ago when my mind wasn't on as on point, or wasn't, where I was far more ignorant or far more thirsty. I mean, I've tried to do everything I can, and I think we've tried to always be on the right side of things as far as human rights go, and that we believe those human rights carry into all genders, all ethnicities, all religions. And that obviously there is some pressing issues right now.
Maybe not Scientology.
Huh?
Maybe not Scientology.
Yeah, well,
Shit, sorry.
Well, damn it. It's tough, though. You get into some murky areas. Maybe not Scientology.
Maybe that's just me.
No, you might be right. I don't know. It's tough. But if it's somehow unclear, I would be a bit shocked if there were a lot of people who thought this way and felt this way. But let me make it clear, and that, you know, part of the choice that we've made also with these shows leading up in this reflection, this retrospective of doing all these years, has been a joy for me.
Me too.
In part because it's funny and it's great to look back, and also in part because, is that my whip? It doesn't think it's mine. Hold on. No.
Yeah. So someone's stealing a guitar at your place and trying to get a guitar out of your car here. It's good though to be notified when things are. I'm being robbed in two different places at the same time.
I'm not doing anything about it. I just know that it's happening. That way I'm not shocked when I get there.
I was doing a show. I'm a professional. I was in the studio.
But just that we hope that you guys all understand that, and that you know where we're at, and that you know what we stand for, and that it feels maybe sometimes a little silly for me to reiterate that when I feel as though so many of us have been on this ride for so long, that it would sort of be like, you don't need to do that. Now, whether that's me conveniently, you know, avoiding it or whatever, the truth is like the majority, if not every single person pretty much that I've ever met that's been connected to this show on any deep level has been a caring, loving, open-minded person. And that's how I like to think of our listening audience. It's certainly how I like to try to think of ourselves, and hopefully that's clear. And I've talked about this in a more long-winded way than I intended to, so I'll stop. But let it be known where we sit on those types of things, because I don't want there to be any confusion about that. I just don't necessarily see the point nor how we might actually get into the meat of the matter on this show, because it's not what this show's been about, and it's not what this show's trying to be, at least in my estimation. That we've always kind of tried to, there's nothing to make light of. There's no irony to be seen in this stuff right now. It's completely fucked up, and it's a complete and total abuse of, you know, power and systemic failure and racism and all that stuff. So there's not really like, there's no way to kind of wiggle around and find funny asides about that, or like it's just that's not there right now. So it's like that, if hopefully that doesn't come across as deafness or silence on it. It's simply out of total fucking, you know, respect and us trying to take the time necessary in order to adjust ourselves accordingly to how it is that we're supposed to move forward from here. So that being said, come back for 600 and
that would be amazing.
800 and 17, right?
But you've melded your mind so much, you've gone back in.
I'm back in here. I'm like right.
So,
what would those episodes be?
I don't.
What would 2015 episodes in 2015 would be? Man, am I close even? Yeah, I think I'm pretty close.
So that's it.
That's it. I'm just in.
The way I told everybody, get in the mindset of 2015. Because you went to Playhouse West. Meisner. You're about Meisner.
Method.
You method.
Not method. I'm on the other thing.
Yeah, I'm on the other.
Other thing. What's the other thing? I'm the thing that Benicio is.
Oh, Benicio, flip you for real. He's the flip you for real.
Come back for the next episode. We are listener supported. We are commercial advertising free, which means we do not do commercials or ads on this show. We are instead supported by our listeners directly through our Patreon page. If you would like to keep us thriving and alive, especially during these trying times, if you would like to keep us commercial free and ad free, please consider pledging to us on Patreon. By doing so, you get discounts on merch, you get access to the video versions of these episodes that we do, that Jeff sits and cuts here live in 3 camera, and that we then upload to our YouTube page. You also get access to the archived episodes of all the audio shows that we've done over the years, many of which we're talking about now in these look back episodes, but many of which are not available on iTunes because they are too great and too many.
I think it was mainly because they were just too funny.
They were too funny for iTunes.
iTunes are like,
that's what
iTunes said. You have 9 episodes.
That's what Tim Cook said to me. He said, "Listen, I'd love to keep these on here, but they're. I think they might be too funny."
Tim Apple.
Timmy Apple.
When Trump called him Tim Apple. What, sir? Yeah,
Tim the Apple Cook.
Timmy Apple Cook said you have 9 episodes.
Little Timmy Apple Cook.
Little Timmy Apple Cook runs the big company.
So
you have 9 episodes that are so powerful of comedy.
I gotta take these off.
I gotta take them off.
So please come back for another episode. Tell a friend to do so. 888-842-2357 is the toll-free voicemail. You can email me at uid@me.com. You can find me on Instagram. You can go to the website, UhhYeahDude.com. There are show notes. There are click-throughs for ticket links. There are merch links to buy stuff that can also support us. There are all sorts of things. But more importantly than anything, please come back for the next one. And
8/17 so we can...
We'll round 2015 out.
We'll finish out 2015, and then thank you so much. Obviously, we gotta see this through. We've done 2006, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
My friend asked me just today. He's like, when is this gonna? And I was like, I don't know if we're gonna finish. And he's like, well, what do you mean? Like you're not? He's like, you gotta finish. You're so close, but also like, what are you gonna do in the end? Like these are the best. Like hopefully people are down with.
You get into 2020 and then just like
I've been thoroughly enjoying them. I just want to make sure that other people, that other people are down with what a. It doesn't seem that long ago, and yet when you start thinking about it, it's like, well, that was 10,000 years ago.
March was 34 years ago, so 5 years ago
was insanity.
I mean, March was 6 years ago. March of 2020 was 7.5 years ago.
Right now, 2020, it's felt like that, but I didn't think that like other years felt like that.
Oh, yeah.
But maybe now we'll
wait till 2025.
Yeah.
What?
It's too much.
That was 5 years ago? As we're walking around. Look at our Twinsies masks, though. I love this.
Twinsies masks. These are the best masks as far as, well, first of all, they're N95. They are clear. Like you were saying, they stay away from your face. The problem is they make them just a little bit small for this big-ass head of mine, and I wind up getting, like, the gnarliest, itchy crease behind my ear that afterwards, the next day, I wake up and I have, like, bruising.
Let's rub you down with some Eucerin in between shows.
That's a great idea.
I'm going to rub you down with some Eucerin.
Because then the Eucerin will get shoved into the pores.
I'm going to put on a Lumaraz,
and then I'll get
rub you down with some Eucerin.
Fat blackhead back there.
Yeah.
So then every week you can come extract my blackheads, and then we'll strap back up.
I'm yours.
I'm yours.
Oh yeah, dude.
I'm yours.
Seatbelts.
I'm a dangerous liaison.
Listen.
Seatbelts.
What's the name of the song? Is it Remedy? It should have been. I guess you don't.
You couldn't.
You couldn't.
No, it's because of the movie, right?
Pull it off of Spotify. It's too. I mean, you can't have that. Who would get drawn to that?
Copyright infringement.
Yeah, if you call that. It's The Remedy.
The Remedy.
Because it really is.
And then in parentheses.
Dangerous. The song that you think is called Dangerous Liaison. Although I think actually, let me look it up. Something was in parentheses.
Oh really?
Yeah. Let me just before we go. I don't want to disrespect Mr. Mraz in any way. So let me just see what was in parentheses. Do you think it was lyrics? Jason Mraz, The Remedy, in parentheses, I Won't Worry.
I won't worry my life.
I love that song, I Won't Worry. Silly.
That's
goose.
parentheses.
Parentheses, Remedy. I'm yours.
Liaison.
Dangerous kind. Seatbelts.